x0 or not? And then you compared with equation 1. So here, can you calculate f2 x0? What will be the value?
0.
Now, this is equivalent to which initial function?
0 function.
0 function.
Z.
Function. So can you write? Implies that z of x equal to 0, or you will write since implies that f2 x of 0 equal to z0. Can you write this? Because value of 0 is z0 or not? Even you don't have to write z0, you can write zx. Can you write this? And this also you don't write z0, better you write zx. Value of zx is how much?
0, yeah.
0. So first one only you are able to show the initial function. Now what is the second step? For equation 2, you will calculate x y plus 1. Now y value will not be 0, y value you will write y plus 1. See here we were able to show the projection function, but in this case we are able to show 0 function, but that is initial function, not to worry. Now second question, second step will be what? What will you calculate? f2 x y plus 1, isn't it? So what will be the value? Can you write this? At the place of x you wrote x, and at the place of y you wrote y plus 1. So can you write this or not? Any confusion?
No, sir.
So now this is equivalent to how much? X into y plus x. Is this equivalent to this or not?
Yes, sir.
So now this is equivalent to f2 xy plus x or not? Can you write this?
Yes, sir.
So once you got this, compare this with equation 2. Compare this left hand side. Compare this thing with your equation 2 x y plus 1. So can you write in this form, in the form of h? So what can you write if you are comparing? So that is f2 x y plus 1 equal to f1 f2 can you write this? Why I'm writing this? Because your f1 function we have taken it from here x plus y.
Yes, sir. Understood.
So now compare with equation 2 and 3. So after comparing equation 2 and 3, if you want to write, you can write f2 xy equal to zx, that we have already written, and then for equation 2 you can write f2 xy plus 1 f1 u to the power 3 xy f2 xy. If you are writing this u to the power 3 xy f2 xy, what does it mean? Final value will be what? f2 xy only, no? This value you have to write. So f2 xy we are writing in this form, xy and f2 xy u33 means third value will be taken. And then for this x, what can you write? Comma u13 x y f2 xy. Can you write this? Anybody is having any confusion how we are writing?
So the question I have is why did we use F1 and not H? Because we used H in last question.
Yes, so firstly we are converting this into the form of initial function, and now we will write in the form of h. Okay, so now if you will be writing in the form of h, so what value will you get? Let's write in the form of h. Ultimately we have to write it, not to worry. Okay, so let's g equal to z and h defined by, so if you want to write h x y z, what can you write now? This is x, this is y, and this value you are taking z, and this value you are taking z. So can you write f1 u33 xyz, comma u13 xyz? Your answer is here. Can you write in this form? Anybody is having any confusion? What we did, f2 xy we have considered z. So now you can write your justification why this is primitive recursive, because you have got in the form of the initial function and h and g form. Okay, now I will give one question, you try to solve it. so that f x y equal to x to the power y is a primitive recursive function. Can you solve? I can give only 5 minutes to you people. Please solve this question. Please solve this question.
So just clarifying that recursive means the repetition of the primitive, right?
Sorry?
Recursive will be the repetition, right?
Yes. Primitive recursive, we wrote the definition about the initial function. We can consider that. So what exactly you have to do? You have to calculate fx0, then fxy plus 1, and both if you can write in the form of the primitive initial function. If you are able to write in the form of initial function, you can write this is primitive recursive. That's it. Who will tell me the first step of this? Anybody who could complete, tell me the first step of this. First step is fx0, what will be the value?
1.
1. Then second step is fx y plus 1, what will be the value? This you can write or not? X into fxy. Any confusion how I am writing x into fxy?
No, sir, understood.
So equal to what? Can you write in this form u13 x y fxy? Is it exactly same like the previous question we did it now? So this you can write for x, this is correct or not? If you want to write in the form of initial function, so x can be represented like this, u13 xy fxy. What will be the value of this? Can anyone tell me the value of this?
X.
Multiplication fxy, same thing you can write, only the thing will be changed here. 3 xy fxy. Can you write this? So now you are able to write in the form of initial function, that is projection function. So you can say that this is primitive recursive. Hope there is not any confusion, anybody now. Now one more thing we will do next that comes under the decidability and recursively interval languages. Halting problem of a Turing machine. Next topic is halting problem of a Turing machine. Anybody is having any confusion in this? I guess we have done it in the past.
Yes, sir.
Can anybody tell me what is halting problem?
It's when in a Turing machine there's no further move that we can
It
perform.
doesn't reach the last. Final.
Means your machine halts at one position. It can't go either left or right. Neither it can go left, neither it can go right. Isn't it? So you can explain this with the example or not? I think I had done one example in last class. I'll just write the theorem for this. An example we have done already in the last class. You can refer that example. So theorem is halt of Turing machine equal to MW, where the Turing machine M halts on input, M halts on input, W is undecidable. Means you can't say it is accepted or not. Okay. One more problem is there, and for that generally we will do one solution as well for that. That is called post correspondence problem. Have you heard about it? Anybody? Post correspondence problem.
So can you go to the previous slide? Thank you, sir.
Okay. So now next problem is the post correspondence problem. Anybody who has heard about it? The post correspondence problem. This is also called PCP. PCP problem. Okay. Generally these things comes in the exam, but this is easy thing, but most of the students sometimes do the wrong thing because they take it very lightly. So please don't be overconfident on this. I will tell you what it is. Actually, I'll write the definition about this. What is the problem? And then we will solve it. What is this problem? I will just state this. Consider the two list. Consider the two list x equal to x1, x2, x3, till xn, and y equal to y1, y2 till yn of non-empty strings over alphabet sigma equal to 0, 1. Okay, so the PCP, the post correspondence problem, the PCP is to determine whether or not there exists I1 till IM where 1 is less than equal to IJ less than equal to N, such that xi1 till xim equal to yin till yim. I don't think with the definition you have understood this, but I will just take one example, and with that it will be more clear to you people. So we will do one example, and then still if you are confused, you should ask it. So question will be like this. I'll just write example. Does the PCP, example will be like this. Does the PCP means post correspondence problem with two lists x equal to b a b cube ba and y equal to b cube ba a have solution? So question will be like this. You will have given two string like it was mentioned in the definition here, x string and y string. So x1, x2, x is given, y is given. Now you need to find whether there is a solution exists for this or not. So can you find it? Okay, I will give you the solution for this one question, and then you will solve one more question.
Yes.
So now, okay, I will just do this and then I will give you one more question so that this should not be. What exactly you have to do? What is x1 here? B. x2 is
BAB3.
BAB cube, and x3 is
BA.
BA. y1 is B cube, y2 is BA, and y3 is A. Isn't it? Now you have to find a sequence of solution, whether there is a solution exists for this or not. So you need to find the sequence so that left hand side x string should should be exactly same as y string if you are following the same sequence for both. Okay, if you are following the same sequence for both x and y, then the string generated by x is exactly same as string generated by y. So I will tell you one solution we have here. We have one solution 2113. 2113. If I am saying we have one solution 2113, what does it mean? You will write in the thing in this form: x2, x1, x1, x3 equal to y2, y1, y1, y3. So is it coming 2113 or not? 2 means x2, 1 means x1, 1 means x1, 3 means x3 equal to y2, y1, y1, y3. So both sides we have written this. Now you will say how it is same. So for this, write the equivalent values. What is the value of x2? This is value of x2 or not? BA, BB. BA, BB. Then what is the value of x1? B. Then again B. And then what is the value of x3? BA is equivalent to y2 BA, then y1 BB, then again y1 BB, and then y3 A. So now if you wrote in this form, check left hand side is equivalent to right hand side or not. Can you see left hand side string is exactly similar as right hand side or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So there is, then you will write there is a solution. There is a PCP solution, that is what? 2113. So this sequence. You understood how will you solve this question?
So I didn't understand. After plotting all the x points and all the y points, this the green part, that BABB, how do I know when to stop?
How many times you have written x2?
X2 is once.
So what was the value of x2?
BAB cube.
So b cube means 3 times b.
Yeah,
So this is x2, isn't
yeah.
it?
So
Then
how do I
what
know
is,
which one to start with? Like here we started with X2. So how will I know
yes,
which one?
that's how we need to apply our mind and we need to find the solution. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
What is the sequence? So the moment you are able to find the sequence like 2113, we found the
Hmm.
sequence 2113. If you are able to find this sequence,
Yeah.
means you got it.
Okay, okay, okay. Understood.
Basically, it's just trial and error, yeah, sir. We should just try and find out.
You have to apply the mind and you have to find the sequence. Okay. Left and right. I will just give one more question. Check it. Let's see whether you are able to find it or not. Does the PCP with x equal to b cube ab square and y equal to b cube bab cube have a solution. Tell me this answer. Anybody who could find? Okay, one more question I will give. Let's see. This was question 1. Question 2. X equal to 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 and y equal to 1 1 1 0 1 0. Find the PCP solution. Can you find it?
I don't think the first one has a solution, does it?
Yeah, it is, no?
There is a solution?
Here x1 equal to x1. Isn't it?
That's
B
it,
cube.
that's a
B
solution.
cube, yeah.
So
Huh?
so it's not necessary to include like all the elements like x1,
Generally,
x2.
we should try, but here the problem is if you are able to find exactly even same with one, that you can take it. Okay? We should
So
try
here
it.
x1 is equal to y1, right?
Yeah, x1 equal to y1.
Okay.
Find the question number 2. Any solution? Hmm? Actually, this you consider, I think I have written one more extra y here. This you consider 2 1 and check. Check this thing though. 3 1 1 2. Can you check the combination of 3 1 1 2? Are you able to get with 3112?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm getting this answer.
Good. So this is all about PCP problem. There should not be any confusion. And